Howdy everyone, it's Montana Air Gunner here again, and on this video we're gonna be diving deeper into the FX Imapct M3's hammer weights, and this is a continuation video for the previous one that's linked here. And yeah, let's dive deeper into it. So what I've noticed with my FX Imapct M3 is that when you're tuning it to shoot slugs and heavier projectiles, is that the basic default hammer that's on the FX Imapct M3, it's a 6-gram hammer, and you can get it really nicely tuned to all the projectiles all the way up to like 45 grain. And I've been shooting slugs, and this is a dedicated slug setup, so I wanted to shoot heavier projectiles with it, and I've noticed that when I've been shooting the FX hybrids, which are 44.7 grainers, you can tune it up to like almost 1,000 feet per second just with a basic hammer. But so if you want to go any heavier with the projectiles, let's say that 50 or 54 grainers, you need to boost up the regulator pressure here to a little bit over 120 bars, and then you're starting to induce too much hammer to get the projectiles going nicely, and in some cases you can't even get those speeds up. So what FX came with was the tungsten hammer weight, which is 14 grams, and what I've noticed myself is that you can really only adjust the speeds correctly with the hammer adjustment in around 155 bars and over. So you really have to be pushing the setup to a high pressure in order to have that range. And if you're going lower than the 155 bars, you will induce a lot of vibration to the setup, and I really don't think that that's the way you want to go. So on the previous video we discussed the Huma-Air's hammers, which are 7.5 grams and 8.5 grams, and now on this setup I have the 7.5 gram hammer, and hopefully with this one I can get like really good ranges from 120 to 140 bars on the regulator. But there is still something that I would really want to have, is a 10-gram hammer specifically made for that range of like 130 to 155 bars, because I think that would be a pretty good sweet spot for it. Some further testing is needed, of course, and some further like assessment on it, but I really do think that the tungsten hammer, which is a 14 grain, is only good for 155 bars and up on the regulator. The basic 6-gram hammer is good for, you know, from 90 bars to maybe 120. That's a bit pushing it. And I do feel that this 7.5 or 8.5 gram hammer is good to around 110 to 130 or 40 bars, but I really do think that there is the kind of like a slot weighting, and that's a 10-gram hammer weight, or 10-gram hammer that is really needed to get that, you know, small area there covered. So hopefully on my testing with the 7.5 gram hammer we can get into that range of like shooting a little bit heavier projectiles, but I really don't think that I should be pushing it with this tungsten. I've done it in the past, I didn't have good results. It was accurate enough, but it wasn't anything spectacular, I would say. But yeah, I hope you've gotten some good and valuable information out of this video. And if you want to support the channel, I've put down some Amazon affiliate links. That's a very easy and free way for you guys to support the channel. You only click a link, and if you buy something, it gives a small commission. It really does help out. And as always, I highly appreciate the time watching the video, and I hope you're doing well and staying safe under these circumstances. and see you in the next one.